the music industry and how we put out music, how we find artists, how we sustain careers, how we grow our brands, how we become a multimedia platform, not just about music, but also about movies, about careers. It's really difficult for a lot of folks to put it all together.
Right.
And the best way to do sometimes is to learn by example. And I always tell people, if you want to know how to make it in this music business, look at the people who are making it and learn by example. Follow the steps they've done and customize it to your path, and it can happen. And we watched this for years, Heather B. This organization called Quality Control Music that just been having a lock on the music business with the artists that they work with. Where's DB at? Oh, okay, you ain't got no mic in front of you. All right. Some of those artists that they work with, to me, I was having this conversation about the Migos when I was in Paris just 3 days ago.
Ow.
That was a stunt. And how long with my daughter, who's just turned 21, but 20, who would keep me up on game, whether it was Lil Baby, whether it was Playboy Cardi, whether it was with Lil Yachty. My daughter is the one that always brings me these groups. Daddy, you got to know who these people are. And the Migos, to me, as long as they've been putting down music, and I feel like they're the founder of a lot of styles that we hear today, is indicative of the vision and the success that the founders of Quality Control Music has performed, have experienced. I never thought I'd have these dudes here on the show. You know, I see them all the time, but they don't strike me as the type of guys that's going to get behind the mic and behind the camera too much. But they decided to do these rounds. They got their new project, Quality Control the Streets Volume 2, which is out tomorrow. I want to welcome them to the show. The founders, Coach K and P is here too.
Welcome to the show. Hey.
Thank you for having us. Thank you for having us.
What up, man?
How you doing?
How you doing, man?
That was very well spoken.
Oh man, you know, I can't even give y'all enough credit. You know what I mean? It's hard for me to put it to words because I watch it all the time, and it's fun to watch. And somebody like me who's been in the business for decades, we nobody ever always have all the answers all at once.
Right.
You know, and so sometimes you got to look at what other people are doing, especially in the changing times. And you guys have been together how long now?
Like 7 years now.
7 years.
Yeah.
And so you saw the change in the 7 years.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
But in the beginning, how easy or how hard was it to even create a formula of success for Quality Control? What were some of the bumps and bruises you went through as founders?
I ain't gonna say it. I mean, we made a lot of bumps and bruises, but for us, it was just a nonstop grind. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think as soon as we started, you were seeing the shift from like the mixtapes and stuff like that to the streaming era, and it was like we from the South, so you know, down south, like you really got to put that work in them streets. You know what I'm saying? So when we started, it was more about hitting these markets, getting out there in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Making yourself visible, making sure the brand is visible and the artist is visible, and you know what I'm saying, keeping product in the market, having good music, and you really had to go like touch these markets. Now it's like you can upload something on the internet, and it, you know, and it might
They have it right away, yeah.
and it might just happen fast. So, you know,
But we still keep the guerrilla marketing. Like,
Well,
we still guerrilla market.
That's what I loved about it. Every year we go down to South by Southwest in Austin, Texas.
That's right.
And my husband doesn't come a lot, but he came this year for some random reason. And we're driving around in cars. He's like, yo, who the fuck is Quality Control? Niggas better hire them. And I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, every street corner, there's posters, and it reminded us of the bad boy era. Like when Puffy used to be out there putting up, you know, those things on the poles in the street, and it's something that we haven't seen for so long, but we remembered when we saw you guys doing it, how effective it was, because I left Austin, Texas with very foggy, but I remembered the presence that Quality Control had. Whose idea was it to like kind of sort of reestablish that tactic on the streets?
it ain't that we had to reestablish. We just never stopped doing it.
Okay, because I never saw it except for last year. I didn't see.
Nah, we did it from the day we started.
Wow.
Yeah, we've been doing.
Because where we come from, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I used to, even when I managed the artists, when I first came in the game, I drove a promo van.
Absolutely.
When I managed Young G's, I drove a promo van and I would put up posters and hand out CDs. You know, and it's something like when we started the label, we jumped right back in that. You know what I'm saying? Where everybody was kind of had left, because it was, you know, when we started the label, CDs was, you know, it was a download. It was a download time. CDs was kind of leaving. We was like, nah, in the South, in these chitlin markets and them B and C markets, like, you know, they less, I won't say tech savvy. It's still it's a little slower, you know. So you still got to get out there and touch and feel the people. So we out CDs, flyers, posters, and today we still, like, if it's events going on, are you gonna see our presence here?
I loved it. And
it's crazy because it's coming out of home. Promotion now is back. You have Spotify, you have all these big streaming companies, billboards. That's their thing.
Right,
so it's back to it again. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think it's smart for people to be handing out CDs though? Because I tell a lot of artists, my computer doesn't have a CD drive.
Well, I ain't gonna lie, we don't really pass out CDs anymore. You know, it's a different time, but just the guerrilla marketing as far as promo with posters and billboards. You know, like, we never got away from that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
And they still got the you know, like the little
flash drive.
flash drive.
Yeah.
not the flash drive, but they got the flyers now where you can
Scan the barcode.
Scan the barcode and
Right,
stuff like that.
exactly,
So,
with the QR code.
So we do that on all our like little flyers. We put the barcodes on there. So
it was dope.
So how has the pay infrastructure changed? Because in the mixtape era, you know, and when the download era, even prior to that, when we were selling hardware, when you were selling CDs and vinyl and cassettes and all those things, the pay infrastructure changed. How did y'all adjust to being paid by streaming, or was it seamless?
It was a period where I think the whole industry felt it. It was a slow time.
Yeah.
Where they were trying to figure out, you know, like, you know, when you went from CD to download, it was a real slow period.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everything, you know, like, and then when streaming came, when download went to streaming, then it was a jump. You know what I'm saying? But we was able to, I think because we probably one of them labels that when we started, it was the transition. It was that transition period that I think it was kind of seamless. You know, but you had to, you know, like, when it's a storm, I think we weathered the storm. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, you know.
Them checks rolling in.
You good, Pete? You good?
Yeah,
They look nice. Okay, good, man. You didn't bring
nice
it.
enough.
I didn't get the chain though. I thought I was earn that chain. I've been around a long time.
I remember us being down at South by Southwest. You said it, Heather, and you put Yachty on one of his first shows at South by Southwest, and I remember Yachty was a little nervous. He was like, because he wasn't used to going to perform. And, you know, he's used to performing in front of his, you know, the kids and his peers, and it was a different. But I was like, just trust in this, and he was real nervous and was a little upset. You know, remember?
Yeah. And I had to come talk to him.
You had to come talk to him.
That's right.
Yeah. It was early in the morning. It was super early in the morning.
I had to come talk to him. I had to do a little bit of
Give him some caffeine.
I had to give him some uncle energy.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and then I jumped on stage with him, and then we were good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Uncle energy.
But you got to do that sometimes,
Yeah.
you know, like.
But I remember that moment. So
Yeah,
that was a good
but
moment.
that's real.
You grabbed them up, you know, because I was over explaining to him, like, every show ain't gonna be. You know what I'm saying? These people still coming to see you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because he was kind of like, man, why? Dang, coach, you got me. I'm like, just trust. You know what I'm saying? Because these are fans too. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a different fan. And Sway came over and gave him a good conversation.
Did he like the end result after he performed? Was
Most
he happy
definitely.
with it? He was
Most
happy with
definitely.
it.
Yeah, he was happy with it.
What was your first success story for Quality Control? Would you say what song was it, or what artist was it?
The Migos.
The Migos, Bad and Bougie, or
Versace.
No,
Versace. And then from at that time, how many artists did y'all have?
At the time, we had Rich the Kid, Skipper the Flipper, Johnny Cinco,
And a we had
a lot of artists back then. Like when we signed, it's like when we first signed the Migos. It's like they came as a big package because they Rich the Kid was in the studio every day. I was like, "What you do?" I rap. Why you in here every day? I rap. I'm just trying to. Come on, we gonna sign you too. Then same thing with Flipper and a whole bunch of other artists that was over there. Duke and all them. And it was just like a big little family thing. You know what I'm saying? They all had moved in the studio and they was really like living in the studio and they would just record all day, all night. If we didn't have no show or was going out doing some promotion or whatever, they was just in that studio recording, like knocking out all those projects.
But our first mixtape was Solid Foundation. That's what it was called. Okay. Now that's our management company name. But if you see that cover,
wow,
it was probably about 15 artists on there.
Yeah,
seriously.
Wow. with DJ
Drama. Yeah.
Yeah. It was like, and it's crazy because I synced that cover on the internet not too long ago, and I was just looking at that picture, and it's amazing because at the top is Migos at the top and Rich the Kid over in the corner. Yeah. And I was just looking at the picture at just how far we done came because ain't none of those guys with us no more. But like we,
put them in position.
You know what I'm saying? We still here, and them guys that was at the top, the Migos, they stayed down and look where they at and look where we at now. You know what I'm saying? So.
Man, this is great, man. Quality Control Music founders Coach K and P are here. Now, none of them are with you no more, but they still with you though, right?
Yeah. It's still all love. It's still all love. It's just you know how the music business is, and you know how artists is, and you gotta have patience. You gotta have dedication and commitment, man. When you got a goal in life, it ain't like I think back then, man. We was just dealing with a lot of we had a lot of artists. And everybody was fighting for that position. So, if this don't move fast enough, like I'm just keep it real. Like Lil Yachty had damn near tore down our label. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like when he came, it happened so fast for him, and it was other artists that was sitting back like, yo.
I've been here.
What about me?
You
feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like why he here and I'm here?
He had a different style, and he had a different approach on how he put his music out. You know what I'm saying? And it was a shift. You know what I'm saying? Like when we signed Yachty, SoundCloud was like we come from uploading on mixtape sites. You know what I'm saying? But when we came he had a whole different approach. So we start, we doing this, we doing the mixtapes. But then we like, oh shit, let's peep in and see what's going on with this SoundCloud. You know what I'm saying? And it was wow. So then, some of the other artists, it was kind of hard for them to adjust from here to there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who were some of those artists that was like frustrated with that process trying to adjust? Rich the Kid.
He went on Twitter and dish Yachty. That was like a crazy experience. I mean, shout out to him though. Like, it's still all love. You know what I'm saying? Like young,
everybody cool now, but at the time he was just frustrated.
At the time it was just,
of course.
Everybody got money now. That's a way of making it cool.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But what do you guys do if you're working with two artists and they're beefing? Like how do you navigate through that if two artists you got aren't getting along?
You just gotta.
Most of them are like brothers, though, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like two brothers, they're gonna fight. You know what I'm saying? It's just, that. But at the end of the day, me and P, we'll come in and fix everything. You know what I mean? But sometimes you
don't fight it out.
Yeah, you got to get that off. You know what I mean? And competition is good for business, though.
Even internally.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah, because it bring the best. It just bring the best out of everybody. So it's just like all us in this room. You know what I'm saying? If she doing more than you, and she getting all the benefits, and you gonna try to do your best to outdo her. You know what I'm saying? It's like y'all family, y'all still on the same team, but it's for us though, everybody work together, everybody support each other. I think in any company, any family is gonna be, a few head bumps here and there, but for the most part, everybody, it's all love. You know what I'm saying?
It's all love. Quality control, man. They here. I told you we're going to do a music business one-on-one. So I'm going to take your phone calls, 888-742-3345. Control the Streets Volume 2 is out tomorrow. Got some bangers on it. I want to play one right now. Let me see which one I want to play. Y'all don't mind if I play anything. Let me see. Leave Them Alone. We're going to play Leave Them Alone. Come back and talk to you. Give us a call, Sway in the morning. Leighton Green, Lil Baby, City Girls, Shade 45. Let's get it. Sway in the morning, Shade 45. Quality Control. Control the Streets Volume 2 is out tomorrow.
Let's get it popping.
Like that. The banger right there.
Leighton Green, that's our new R&B queen.
Okay. Who's that, Leighton Green?
Yes, sir.
Where's Leighton Green from?
She grew up in East St. Louis and then Knoxville, Tennessee.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many artists Quality Control have now? Damn, y'all don't even know. Y'all don't know?
So it's probably like 10.
10?
Yeah.
That's not that. That's not.
Yeah.
That's manageable.
About 10.
About 10.
Yeah.
You guys have so far. By the way, congratulations. We haven't talked since, but being number one on the Source Power 30.
Yes.
And being recognized for. You guys are keeping a lot of lights on, and we've seen this sort of thing happen with F-Roll. We've seen it happen with Bad Boy. We've seen a lot of labels that have come to prominence. We saw it with Rockefeller, and then sometimes, and most times, they'll have a turbulent moment, and then they'll fall off. You know what I mean? They don't have the same impact that they once had. What do you think has been the key to you guys, and how do you plan to sustain this prominence in the game?
Well, I think for us, the reason why we just been so successful at what we've been doing is that we got our franchise artists, but they doing what they doing, but we always looking for new talent because it seems like every year the culture just changed. It seems like it just changing, and you got to be able to keep up. You got to be able to keep up with what's going on. I think, like, even for the artists that's not with us no more, in 2015 or whenever that was when OG Macko had, when that little wave was going on, you guessed it. You know what I'm saying? We was on that. You feel what I'm saying? That was one of our artists, like, the next year, we had, I think it was Yachty. Then the year after that, I think it was Yachty and Greatness. You know what I'm saying? Lord bless his soul.
Lord bless his soul. He came up here too.
Yeah. But every year, we done introduce something new to the game, a new artist, and I just feel like if we continue to do that, we can have longevity in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And we ain't chasing the fad. We actually developing talent. Like, we built our company off artist development. So when doing that, what I'm saying, we'll always have one in the chamber ready to go. You know what I mean?
What does artist development consist of? Is that media training? Is that working with a stylist? Is that spending, having some type of boot camp where there's a lot of producers with you? Like, what does that look like?
I mean, all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we look at our artists. When we sign an artist, we look at them like, okay, can this artist become a brand? You know what I'm saying? And within building a brand, you got to have artist development. You got to teach them how to go on the road. You got to teach them how to do interviews. And then now with music, and I won't even say music, with entertainment now, it's multifaceted. So, if you're doing music and these brands is looking at you, now your music is in film. So now you might want to venture off and do film. You know what I mean? Or you might, want to, it's so crazy. There's no limit on the shit now. You know what I'm saying? So, that's what we really have been good at doing.
Right.
And I think it's, we stand alone out there because, like I said, a lot of the majors, it's a lot of it's built on stats. They don't even have artist development departments no more. You know what I'm saying? They barely have A&Rs.
They just look at numbers.
Exactly.
They just look at how many streams, how many likes, and that ain't it.
Yeah, it's all about numbers for them.
That ain't it. But if they heard a hit or they heard an artist that doesn't have, like I asked, even radio does it now. Like radio programmers, it's probably why radio, is has been suffocated so much is I asked the guy, because I come from an era of I could tell if you don't, I have an instinct. Oh, P is dope, man. I like that song he just put out, but he ain't got no followers.
Right.
If you ain't got no followers, they ain't gonna play you.
See, and I think that's where we went in that, because like for us, we don't care about if you got no big following and nothing like that. It's like if we see some potential there and we believe in it, okay, we gonna grab it and we gonna build it. Every artist that we got on our label, like we built it from the ground up, like, you know what I'm saying? Like Migos, we built that from the ground up, City Girls. Like this was 2 girls that was in the hood back in Miami. Man, when we signed them, we knew that one of them was going to prison.
Oh, you knew JT was going?
She had already been sentenced. But
they only had 2 songs.
And they only had 2 songs when we signed them, but we believed in it.
2 songs.
What was about it that you believed in?
What'd you
see?
I
seen
everything what y'all saying right now.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And we signed up for that. Okay, we gonna go through this with you. You know what I'm saying? Like most people ain't gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like for us, if we believe in it and we feel like it got some potential and we can build off of it, we willing to get in there and build with you. And that's what a lot of these labels ain't doing. Like if it ain't, they just looking at the numbers. They got a numbers guy.
Right.
They got the
analytics.
The analytics guy that just send, like, I don't care nothing about no analytics. It's
it's a gut feeling.
It's a gut feeling. What is JT's situation? Were y'all able to like shorten the sentence or?
She did her time.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna tell you something. We was able to help her because soon as we found out about her situation, we was able to go get a lawyer, and the lawyer was able to go in there and talk to the judge and explain to the judge, yo, this girl got a chance at life. She got these established men that want to invest and get her a chance for when she come home. So, because she's supposed to have been going in jail like the next month, turning herself in.
Wow.
But when the judge when the lawyer when it presented it to the judge, like, this is a legit company, these guys, whatever, the judge actually gave her like six more months, just like granted her 6 months. I'm gonna let her stay out 6 months, do what she got to do, and then she can go turn herself in. And it was a blessing because we was able to get 2 projects out of that. The Drake record came about. We was able to,
shot like 5 videos.
Shoot all them videos to, so we could, so we can prepare for while she was sitting down. We already had enough material to have a rollout to just keep it going while she was gone. So she coming back home to sign real soon.
Yeah, that reminds me.
How soon do we know?
Hopefully next month.
Next month. Okay.
Yeah.
Can y'all bring her up here?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, thank
you. Once she's able to.
Once she's able to do her thing,
no,
sure. Tell her, come on up here. Come hang out with
she
family.
She got a voice. She gonna, yes.
Okay, cool. Tracy, go ahead.
Well, something we were speaking about earlier, I would love to know y'all thoughts. Trina, Nicki Minaj, one of the heads from Trina's label on the A&R side had gone on Instagram and was basically shitting on Nicki Minaj and getting upset. In his eyes, she didn't push the single as much as she could. And I just thought it was crazy that someone from behind the scenes in the camp from the label would go on Instagram and say that. Do you think that's a proper way to address an artist? Are you guys speaking directly to artists when it comes to promo? Like, how many people are there actually involved when it comes to promoting a single?
I mean, it's a lot of people involved in promoting the single, but with our artists, we speak directly with our artists.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. If you were in a similar situation and there was a feature on one of your clients.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I don't even expect, if when we do features,
a
feature's a feature.
Yeah.
It's not for them. I'm not expecting them to do that. You know what I'm saying?
It's
on us.
It's on us.
That's our record.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not, we don't.
Yeah. Do y'all pay for features? Cause this new project got 36 songs on it, and about I lost count on how many artists on it. So how does that work? Do y'all pay artists?
No, I mean we normally, we do so much good business and we got so many good relationships. Normally we don't have to pay for features, but we will. But you just gotta know, like, when you need something from us, it's gonna
cost you
it's
too.
gonna cost you
Because
too.
we really in the
You know what
barter
I'm
and
saying?
trading system.
So wait,
know
you
what I'm
trying
saying?
to be on a feature? What are you doing?
Yeah, I was just trying to see if they needed me.
For intro?
Yeah, they need y'all need an intro next time. You know, a segue. You know, come on, man. You didn't bring the chain P. I thought maybe you might need me on the next one, man. Volume 3. All right, we got a lot of people on the calls on the phone, so we're gonna do quick calls, quick answers. Quality control.
questions.
Music founders are here. Carrie Don from Harlem. What's your question?
Carrie
Go.
Don, what's
Hey.
goody?
Y'all need your headphones. Carrie Don, go ahead. Is it Carrie Don?
All right, that's
Yeah.
Doc Whitebeard. It's Creighton, Sway. Creighton.
My man, what's your question? Go.
What's going on? And management, I have a management question. How do you guys? What's the advice you would give a new manager as far as recruiting new talent?
I mean, as a young new manager, go after something that you really believe and love, man. You know, like you got to have passion for it.
All right. You got that?
I got it, passion.
All right. There you is. You're a citizen.
That's
Wait a morning.
Eric from Tampa. Go ahead.
What up, E?
Hey, what's up? Hello. This is actually Devontae's homeboy. He said something about his boy got bars. I'm his homeboy that spits, and he be making beats. And we was wondering, what's your best idea for getting like your music or your product out there, and your name out there, because we feel like Spotify and like the titles, with respect to those brands, and SoundCloud included, those are hard platforms even within themselves to even get your name out there.
Well, those platforms, they're not gonna promote you if you're a new artist. I mean, you can get it's up to the artist to get his face known. You know what I'm saying? And that all comes about the artist getting out there and promoting himself. However he got to do it, using whatever social media platform he got to use now, just getting out in his local city.
For
you know
real.
what I'm saying? Getting his city behind him or things like that. That's really on the artist. You can't depend on these streaming services. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
Yeah.
if you're not a well-established artist, you ain't gonna even get no visibility on their platform. It'll be up there, but somebody gotta type your name in for you to even
Be found.
be found. But you gotta figure out how you gonna get people to go type your name in. You know what I'm
You're
saying?
so right. It's way like people come up to me at block parties and like, yo, HB, I'm trying to get on. Like, we at a block party and you not performing. Like, I don't understand you should be performing in your hood.
Yeah,
Start there. It's right in front of you. Why you not on stage with a mic doing something, performing right at this block party or at this cookout or whatever we doing? Be a part of that first. You got to start where you are. Nobody just gonna put you on title shit, nigga.
I think that with this in this digital era, it kind of perpetuates a certain laziness too. It gives you opportunities and advantages, because now, where before you had to sign to a record company in order to get your shit out,
Right.
you could just post it right now. But people think you're gonna post it and it's just gonna take off.
It's gonna take off.
And hey, Eric, it don't work that way. You
Bloom
gotta
where you plant it.
If you hear these guys telling you they're still doing the footwork and they're
Boots to the ground.
they're there physically, you got to be there. But Eric, let me give you some advice too. Go to Pandora. They have 2 features, one called nextbigsound.com and another one called ampplaybook.com, and it's very artist friendly, and it's kind of in the cut right now, but it's starting to grow, and you can see all your analytics. You can see where it is that you're strong,
Right.
where it is that you're weak,
What region and
what
everything?
region,
Okay.
and it really identifies that. So Eric, go to Pandora and do that. All right.
I appreciate it.
My
Appreciate all your comments and everything.
All right, my man. Anthony in Delaware, you the last caller. What you want to say?
What's goody?
Hey, Aunt.
How you doing? Newark, Delaware, by the way.
My man, go ahead.
All right, I just wanted to say what's up to Sway. Your cousin E40 killed it with the album he just brought up. I just wanted to let Coach K and P that a situation happened with one of my friends. Somebody was acting like your quality control A&R, and basically he just got duped out of his money.
We've been having a lot of fraudulent people like using social media, like making fake pages saying like they
wow.
impersonating Coach, impersonating me, saying
Yes.
they A&Rs and they having hostings. I had a girl call me from Chicago, said that she paid somebody $5,000. They told her that they was gonna do a meeting or whatever. They even doing fake quality control contracts. You know what I'm saying? So y'all gotta,
Shit.
you know, I get them in the DM all the time. People having these fake pages and selling people dreams, saying that, you know, we doing showcases and you send your money, and you know, y'all got to be careful out there, man. We don't charge
nobody.
We don't charge people for anything. We don't, like, that's crazy. You got to pay me to have a meeting with me. Like, that's, you know, that's so y'all got to be careful out there, man. It's just a lot of fraudulent stuff going on out there. We had the FBI even come to us about
come to our office
about somebody was booking robbing promoters and stuff for shows. You know what I'm saying?
He had got over like $2 million.
Yeah.
What? How'd he do it? Shit.
Fake contracts and
fake contracts.
And people, you know, they so
eager,
eager.
so fast.
They send their money.
They send their money.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy. Quality control is here. Who are the top franchise artists now?
The Migos, Lil Baby, Yachty still, the City Girls.
We strong right now.
Y'all strong.
Shout
man.
out to all of them, man.
Yeah, y'all got a track with
we got developing artists that's
who are the
way too.
Who's next?
Layton Green, she got R&B, R&B girl. Like, I'm very, very excited about her project. It's like she about to bring it back for the this been missing in music for a minute.
Wow.
So Marlo and Collision and Stefflon Don
from the UK.
Yeah, Stefflon, Deuce, Bango, 24 Heavy. It's a lot on. We got artists that got artists. You know what I'm saying? Street Bud and Lingo. It's a lot on. It's like a big family division.
Like a tree.
You know what I'm saying?
And then the tree.
Yeah.
The branches, everything. Dope.
Yeah.
Well, I want to personally thank you guys because I think through your success, you're number one. I think you're teaching the music business how to progress and adjust to the times, and then the way you've embraced the youth, and the way that you never let go of the streets. You know, and that's how this shit all got started. It was with the streets and the youth. You know what I mean?
We embraced that's the whole thing. We still embrace the youth really, really tough. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I think that's a big part of the key to success for you guys. And man, continued success. Quality control music. Coach K and P. Man, y'all gotta come back.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
P, you gonna come back, man?
Yeah, I'm come back with JT.
Okay, there it is. All right, you heard. I'm gonna end the interview right there. That's on a good note. All right. Bring that chain too.